Hello and welcome to another episode of MacStories Unwind. I'm John Voorhees and I have Federico Federico with me. Hey, Federico.
Hello, John. How are you?
I'm doing just fine, doing dandy. I had a good weekend of some unwinding, so I thought I'd make a pick based on that. What's up with you these days?
Yeah, we also had a good weekend. We had a friend that used to live in Rome. She then moved back to Milan, and she came to visit us. Maybe she's coming back. We don't know, but she misses Rome, and so we spent some time with her. She used to be our neighbor back at our old place, and she's the person who, if you follow me on Instagram, every
She's
once
the one
in a
who
while,
always surprises you. Does the weird?
She's the friend that does these videos. That she wants to surprise me by yelling "Ticci Ticci" at me, and those
Usually
videos
while you're on your phone is what.
Usually when I'm on my phone, or just opening the door of my house or something like that, and catching me by surprise every single time. And those videos have like a little cult following among people, and so that's the friend. And so we watched. I gotta tell you, John, my recent obsession in terms of TV consumption used to be The Big Brother.
Oh yeah.
Now I really dislike the latest editions of The Big Brother.
Interesting.
Very low ratings, especially for the current season. They're probably gonna close it sooner. Nobody's watching it. It's kind of boring. But I have, for the past few years, but especially this year, I have been really, really enjoying X Factor Italy. Do you know what X Factor is? Do you know what X Factor is?
Is that where people do the weird?
No. They sing. They sing.
Oh, X Factor. Okay,
X Factor,
I was thinking of something else.
It's like
I was thinking of the show that Joe Rogan used to do.
No.
That was Fear Factor.
No. It's like America's Got Talent. That sort of thing. It's just people singing. And it started X Factor UK. We've had X Factor Italy for over a decade. And John, that Maneskin, the former, since they are on hiatus at the moment, the rock and roll band, they came from X Factor Italy.
I kind of wonder what happened to them because they were huge for a while. After
they were huge for a while. Now Damiano is doing his own pop singer career, doing TikToks and all that. Which is a shame if you ask me. And
weren't they like buskers in Rome at some point? They were playing on the street.
They absolutely used to be buskers in Rome. They did X Factor Italy, which is again a talent show on TV, and they did not win X Factor, but they become very popular. They won a couple of years after the Sanremo Music Festival, which is a national music festival that gives you access, if you win it, to Eurovision. So it's our gateway to Eurovision. Then they had a huge world tour, and then they announced that they were on a hiatus because Damiano David, the singer, is now a pop star, essentially.
Fun fact, Federico met them on a train, remember? Right?
Fun fact, I met him on a train and asked for a picture.
Yeah.
Fun fact, when I was going to Milan to Apple PR Italy to get an iPad review unit.
I remember that. That was one of those crazy Ticci trips.
Yeah, it's one of my many stories. Anyway, I have been really enjoying X Factor Italy. Yeah. If you wanna Google it, actually go on YouTube and search for X Factor Italy 2025.
Okay.
My favorite, Silvia's favorite. We watched with our friends the new live episode on Thursday. We're all huge fans. This guy. He goes by the name Pierci. That's Pierci. He's incredible.
Really?
Oh my God, he's got a voice that go watch. This program, they have auditions, and then they choose the contestants, and and those people eventually make it to the live shows. And he brought as his first audition, Chandelier by Sia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my word! And then he did Die with a Smile by Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he's got the voice. He's got the voice, and
where do they film this? Is it in Milan or is it in
Milan?
Rome?
In Milan at the Allianz Arena. It's an insurance company.
Oh yeah, Allianz. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're here too.
Yeah. Yeah, and so we were kind of thinking about going to watch the finals. Will be taped live in this huge square in the center of Naples. So very different location from Milan.
Yeah, very different. Long way from Milan, for sure.
Long way from Milan. It's going to be in December, but obviously we cannot bring the dogs in that kind of event. No. It's going to be very loud, very busy. So we're thinking about it. But been really, really enjoying that. And then we went for a seafood dinner. On Saturday, we absolutely destroyed ourselves in a good way with food. And and yesterday we took it easy because we were still full from the night before.
I bet. Wow. Well, Federico, I saw a deer over the weekend, so I will share that. All right. I was out on a long walk. We went on like a 5-mile walk, 8 kilometers or so. And there saw a couple of deer, actually. One that jumped across the road and another one that was out in the woods. So anyway, we should get to our picks, Federico.
Okay. Tell me yours.
So my pick is Loot Season 3 on Apple TV. Really love this show. I mean, I've been a fan since the very first season. And it's the new season so far has been focused only 3 episodes in. It's focusing on Molly and Arthur's relationship because if you remember from season 2, it kind of ended where she goes to his house and sees that he's there with another woman and she's embarrassed and she flies off on her jet and she crashes on a desert island. Or so as the plot goes. And I don't want to give away kind of what happens in those first few episodes because it's pretty integral to the plot. But it does focus a lot on her relationship with him, as well as sort of takedowns of billionaires. Again, they really kind of come right out of the gates, taking down billionaires from the get-go, which is always kind of fun. And also focuses on the sort of the dynamics of an office love relationship between two people and what all that means. And that there's a lot of opportunities for gags that come out of that. And it's, like I said, it's the 10 episode program season. I've watched the first 3 and it's fun because there aren't enough comedies on streaming services, I don't think. And this is one of my favorites.
Yeah, I have been enjoying it. I don't know if are you up to speed with the latest episode?
I am.
Okay. Sylvia complained that it's getting a little surreal in places. Like some of the things they do seem a little absurd, which is a common problem with a lot of sitcoms. When maybe they're running out of material, they tend to go for the absurd thing. But overall, I do enjoy like a little absurd moment. I mean, the whole premise of like crashing on a desert island.
I was going to say that's about as absurd as it gets. What happens with that?
I think Sylvia by nature, she prefers comedy that is grounded in reality. Which I understand.
Same.
But we've been enjoying it. We've been enjoying it so far overall.
Cool.
My pick is a returning season of a TV show that I mentioned on Unwind last year. Nobody Wants This on Netflix. I believe the most watched rom-com on Netflix in October.
Huh.
This is season 2 of the love story between the so-called hot rabbi played by Adam Brody.
Oh, I remember this now. Jennifer watched this.
And Joanne, an atheist podcaster played by Kirsten Bell.
Jennifer watched this all weekend, Federico. When I was doing other stuff, she was watching this all weekend.
Yes, this is the returning season that explores. Now, obviously, season 1 explored the idea of can an atheist podcaster fall in love with a young hot rabbi from a local temple in Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Yes, they can, obviously. And season 2 explores the consequences of spoilers for season 1. They do end up together at the end.
Right.
And season 2 explores what happens after that. And they try their best to go a little bit deeper into the idea of an interfaith relationship. Is she gonna convert? Is she not gonna convert? Is he gonna be okay with that idea or not? But what I think they've done quite well is to expand beyond the duo of Noah and Joanne and to dive a little bit deeper into other relationships from the other ensemble of the cast. And I especially appreciated the how they sort of portrayed the character of Joanne's sister, played by Justine Lupe. She used to be Willa in Succession, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent character. I love the that character, honestly, and how she ends up together. And this is gonna sound absurd when I say it. She ends up together with her therapist, which is super unethical, and
Yeah.
and so there's that whole sort of subplot in this season. Look, it's something pretty easy. Goes down like any other rom-com that you can imagine.
Yeah.
If you love Adam Brody and Kirsten Bell, we do. It's a fun story. It's lightweight. It's a rom-com. So you get exactly what it is. And they set it up quite nicely for season 3, and still not renewed. But last year it was renewed for a third season 2 weeks after the premiere of season 1. So I think we're gonna hear maybe this week, maybe next week, if
Yeah.
Netflix is gonna pick it up. But given the ratings, given the numbers, given how popular it was on Netflix, I have no doubt to believe that it will renew it for season 3, because especially the showrunner, Erin Foster, fun fact, she used to be a minor side character on the OC, where obviously Adam Brody played Seth Cohen. So it all
Yeah.
goes for a circle there. She said she wants to make 5 seasons of the show. So
Very good.
now that I watch it, once again, I can cancel Netflix and come back the next time there's something for me to watch on Netflix. So
Do you
that's
cancel Netflix very often?
very often when I need to watch something,
Interesting.
I renew and then I stop, because otherwise I just waste. It's become 20 euros a month in Italy.
Yeah, it's a lot. We have the ad-supported version, which I absolutely hate. It does
Yeah.
something, and I don't know if it does this in Italy, but when whatever technology they're using isn't very good, because when it cuts to an ad, the timeline appears and it looks like it rewinds all the way to the beginning. It's like somehow sort of resetting. And for a while, every third or fourth time an ad appeared on Netflix,
Yeah.
it would just freeze on us, and we'd have to
Yeah.
exit the show and come back in to restart it. Yeah, we're kind of down to fewer services too, though we do watch Netflix a lot, so we keep that going on the on the ad supported version. Of course, Apple TV, Amazon Prime, which I think their shows are pretty poor overall, but it comes with Prime, and then HBO Max, which comes with our internet service. So
Yeah.
those are our main ones right now.
Well, yeah.
All right, Federico. Well, that's a little rundown of a couple of picks. We'll have some Unwind Deals in the show notes too, a couple of those for everybody to kind of close out the week. And in the meantime, you can find both of us over at MacStories.net and on social media. Just look for Federico. He's at Fedicci. That's VITICCI. And I'm at John Voorhees, JOHNVOORHWS. Talk to you next week, Federico.
Ciao, John.